Now, many Americans got an extra day of this month thanks to President's Day, which celebrates the first U.S. President George Washington's birthday. But many marked the federal holiday protesting against their current President Donald Trump. People took to the streets in cities across the country on President's Day to protest against President Trump's national emergency declaration. Demonstrators marched in Washington, D.C., carrying signs declaring Trump is the emergency and chanting slogans such as "Love, not hate, makes America great."
Well, I have to say, it's the first emergency I've ever heard of that you can plan for 3 weeks in advance. It's the first one I've ever heard of that someone who called the emergency can immediately leave to go golfing. It's the first one I've ever heard of where I saw a picture of the person who ordered this emergency also casually ordering eggs at his golf resort the next day. I'm starting to think we're not in the middle of an emergency after all.
There were some counter-protesters as well, resulting in brief scuffle in the crowd. In Washington, D.C., a counter-protester was seen carrying a sign that said, "Finish the wall." Protesters and activists took to the streets in Newark, in New Jersey. Demonstrators demanded transparency and an end to what they call yet another racist and divisive policy coming out of Washington.
7 years old. We want to thank all of our co-sponsoring organizations, including the ACM. Y aquí estamos. Y no nos vamos.
Soon and very soon, we will dump Donald Trump. No more deportations. He who will lost.
Similarly, protesters gathered outside Atlanta Immigration and Customs Enforcement Office. Protesters called Trump's movement for funding the border wall an abuse of power and usurpation of the Congress.
There are people all over this country that don't agree with the way our country or the direction our country is going now. And it may seem like we're helpless, but in coming out, at least we feel like we have some semblance of a voice.
This is the time to rise up and act against the acts of aggression that this empire is committing around the world. We have the power, we have the numbers.